General definition of algorithm. An algorithm is a step-by-step set of instructions or rules designed to perform a task or solve a problem. At its core, an algorithm takes inputs, processes them through a defined sequence of operations, and produces outputs. Mathematical origin, algorithms are rooted in formal logic and mathematics. Computational essence, they are the building blocks of computer programs, telling machines how to think or process data. Not always digital, even cooking recipes or long division steps are essentially human-applied algorithms. Algorithms in human history. Before digital computing, algorithms guided every form of systematic problem-solving. Ancient civilizations, Babylonian and Egyptian mathematics, used arithmetic algorithms for trade, astronomy, and architecture. Euclidean algorithm, 300 BCE, developed by Euclid to find the greatest common divisor, still used today. Arabic influence. The word algorithm comes from the 9th century Persian scholar Al-Khwarizmi, who systematized Hindu-Arabic numerals and methods for calculation. Middle Ages to Enlightenment. Mechanical computation. Algorithmic steps were embedded in tools like the astrolabe or abacus. Leibniz and Pascal created early mechanical calculators. Logarithms, John Napier, used to simplify complex calculations, vital for navigation and astronomy. Industrial age, Jacquard loom, 1804, used punch cards to follow algorithmic patterns to weave complex textiles. Charles Babbage and Ada Lovelace pioneered the notion of programmable machines. Ada wrote the first algorithm intended for a machine, 20th century. Alan Turing formalized the concept of the universal machine capable of executing any computable algorithm, laying the foundation for modern computing. Algorithms in social media, marketing, and propaganda. Social media algorithms are optimized feedback loops designed to 1. Maximize user engagement, time spent, likes, shares. 2. Serve personalized content. 3. Monetize attention. How they work. Track user behavior, clicks, scrolls, pauses, comments. Predict user preferences. Prioritize content that elicits emotion, especially anger, awe, fear, or joy. Create filter bubbles by showing users what they already agree with or react to. Marketing use. Targeted advertising. Platforms sell access to user data profiles. Algorithms match users with products or ideas. Micro-targeting. Specific demographics can be shown tailored messages based on behavior and inferred desires. Optimization, marketers, A/B test ads. Algorithms evolve in real time to improve effectiveness. Propaganda use, amplification of narratives. Whether state-sponsored or ideologically driven, certain content is elevated due to high engagement. Botnets and fake accounts. Algorithms can't always distinguish genuine users from automated agents pushing a message. Radicalization pathways. Algorithms can lead users down rabbit holes, e.g., someone watching a fitness video may end up in conspiracy content due to adjacency in watch patterns. Example, the 2016 and 2020 U.S. elections revealed how platforms like Facebook and Twitter were exploited to spread misinformation through algorithmic amplification. Algorithms in AI, large language models, LLMs like GPT-4o, are powered by complex algorithmic architectures called transformers, designed to process language at massive scale. Key uses of algorithms in LLMs. 1. Training algorithms. Learn patterns from massive data sets of text. Use gradient descent and backpropagation to update the model's understanding. Algorithm decides how the model learns associations between words, phrases, ideas. 2. Inference algorithms. At runtime, when you ask a question, the model uses algorithms to predict the most likely next word, token, weigh context over long passages, generate coherent, human-like responses. 3. Safety and filtering algorithms prevent harmful or biased outputs, detect inappropriate requests, enforce content moderation in line with policy. 4. Fine-tuning and alignment. Human feedback is used to guide the algorithm to prefer more helpful, safe, and truthful responses. RLHF, reinforcement learning from human feedback, is an algorithmic process for teaching the AI what's desirable. Implications. LLMs reflect the data they are trained on, both its wisdom and its biases. Algorithms determine what the AI pays attention to, which affects tone, accuracy, and intent. As these models grow, the algorithms behind them are becoming more self-regulating and adaptive, learning from interactions to refine future outputs. Final reflection. Algorithms are the invisible architects of modern life. Once mere tools of calculation, they are now agents of influence, shaping economies, ideologies, and even our perceptions of truth. Their power lies not just in computation, but in how they structure attention and guide behavior, whether through a loom, a social feed, or a silicon brain. Ethical implications of algorithmic influence. 1. Manipulation of perception and behavior. Algorithms are not neutral. They shape how we see the world. Echo chambers and filter bubbles. Algorithms feed us more of what we already like or believe, reinforcing bias and division. Addictive design. Social media algorithms are built to hijack the dopaminergic system, keeping users scrolling, liking, and sharing, altering attention spans and cognition. Behavioral nudging. Algorithms predict and influence decisions subtly, turning individuals into data-driven behavioral products. Ethical question. Where is the line between helpful personalization and covert manipulation? 2. Surveillance and data exploitation. Your digital footprint becomes raw material for algorithmic processing. Surveillance capitalism, coined by Shoshana Zuboff. Our private experiences are turned into data commodities. Consent is obfuscated. Most users don't fully understand how their data is used, even when they agree to terms. Ethical question. Do we own our digital selves, or are we becoming proprietary code in someone else's machine? 3. Bias and discrimination. Algorithms trained on historical or skewed data can perpetuate systemic bias. AI in hiring, policing, credit, and healthcare has shown evidence of racial, gender, or class-based bias. Opaque decision-making, black box models, makes it difficult to audit or question algorithmic outcomes. Ethical question. How do we ensure fairness and transparency when algorithms affect life-changing decisions? 4. Loss of human agency. When algorithms decide what we see, buy, believe, or even who we date, it raises existential concerns. Are we ceding free will? Does automation of choice erode meaning or individuality? Could predictive algorithms reduce people to patterns, stripping mystery from the human soul? Ethical question. What is the cost of convenience when it comes at the price of conscious engagement? Reclaiming sovereignty from algorithmic influence. Here are layered strategies, personal, collective, and even spiritual, metaphysical, for reclaiming your power in an algorithm-shaped world. 1. Awareness is the first sword. To name a thing is to gain power over it. Understanding how algorithms work removes their spell. You're less likely to be unconsciously controlled when you recognize that what you're seeing online is not reality. It's filtered reality. That outrage is often synthetically optimized. That choice online is rarely free. It is nudged. Practice. Perform digital literacy drills. Question the source, intent, and delivery method of information. 2. Curate your digital ecosystem. The feed becomes a mirror of your vibration. Audit your inputs. Unfollow toxic accounts. Limit platforms that exploit your attention. Use tools that empower rather than manipulate. Seek out alternative open-source platforms where you are not the product. Diverse your sources. Read outside your usual media circle to prevent ideological siloing. Practice. Replace doom scrolling with intentional scrolling. Choose inputs the way a mystic chooses symbols for divination. 3. Own your data and mind. Use privacy tools, VPNs, encrypted messaging, ad blockers. Challenge and opt out of unnecessary data collection. Support data sovereignty movements. Push for laws and technologies that return ownership of data to the individual. Philosophically, reaffirm the self as sacred and non-replicable, not just a user pattern in a data set. 4. Embrace conscious time and attention. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Reclaim time from infinite scroll by cultivating deep focus and ritual attention. Practice digital Sabbaths, periods offline to restore inner balance. Remember, the algorithm cannot function without your input. It feeds on your clicks, not your essence. 5. Seek human and sacred ground. Prioritize human relationships and analog experiences that restore presence. Cultivate mindfulness, journaling, nature walks, sacred texts, and art, spaces where algorithms can't enter. Return to the mystery, intuitive knowing, dreams, tarot, meditation. These lie outside algorithmic control and tap into something older and deeper. 6. Shape new algorithms consciously. Support ethical AI development focused on transparency, alignment, and human flourishing. Engage with platforms or developers working toward beneficial alignment with human values, not exploitation. Imagine post-capitalist algorithms designed for wisdom, beauty, healing, or education, not profit. Closing reflection. An algorithm is a spell, but a human is a magician. We created the algorithm, but we forgot we could shape it in our image instead of letting it shape us in its logic. The future of algorithmic life will either entrap or uplift humanity, depending on our awareness, our ethics, and our willingness to reclaim the divine spark of volition that no machine can replicate.